What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Natto, and we're here today with a shoe I was really looking forward to. This is the brand new KD13 Hype. So this colorway actually was the first colorway to drop in America for the KD13. This is the brand new silhouette, bringing us forward from the KD12. The KD12 is a really good shoe. I reviewed a couple pairs of those, and this one was one I was waiting for a while. I first saw pictures of it, and it was a shoe I was really looking forward to pick up. However, this colorway is called the Hype colorway, and I gotta say, I'm a little thrown off by it. The pictures, I was really unsure, but I decided to just pick them up, and I gotta say, I'm not that thrilled with them in person. I wanna show you guys these up close as well as on feet to get a better look at them, but I was more interested in checking out the silhouette as a whole, and that's what we're gonna do today. The KD13, it comes in at a retail price of 160 bucks, and these first dropped a few days ago on April 10th, so that was last Friday. Picked them up on the Nike Sneakers app and got them in hand for you guys today. So very excited to check out the shoe. I know I got a lot of comments about the KD13 as well in previous videos, and I'm really glad to finally check it out here today. So that's what we're gonna do. So I will say though, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm here basically every single day at this point talking about my new pickups like this, or talking sneakers or streetwear. So if you are interested in any of that stuff, you're definitely in the right place, and I thank you for stopping by today. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump into the video today of the Nike KD13 Hype. So let's go. So here we are up close with the KD13 Hype. And before we dive into the shoes, especially because this is a brand new silhouette and the first colorway I'm reviewing here, I do want to show you guys the box. It's a little bit different than the KD12 box. And on the size tag, it's just an orange tag. We see KD13. Colorway here is washed coral and laser crimson for that retail price of 160 bucks that I mentioned before. So on the front, you do have a KD logo, and then on the top, you also have Kevin Durant written at the top there with number 7. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I don't know the exact material on this box, but it's a little bit nicer than a regular, Nike box, which is pretty cool. And then on the inside, there isn't anything special or different here. It's just classic white paper, but I did want to show you the box because it is that new silhouette. Anyway, now we are finally onto the shoes here, so plenty to check out for this colorway in particular. The upper is really crazy on these, but if we start down at the bottom, we do have this black sort of outsole and midsole. You can see right on the back heel written there is Air Zoom. We'll get it to focus in there. So it's all black going down, and it kind of rounds out to the toe. Then as we move up, we got this white midsole. We got the number 7 kind of etched in there in this little kind of green part at the toe, and then, leading into the rest of the white midsole. It is all white and continues through all the way to a small Nike swoosh in the back. But then the rest of the larger swoosh on the lateral side here is kind of drawn in with some kind of lines making the rest of this Nike swoosh. So that's a pretty cool design. I actually really like the look of the silhouette as a whole. If you kind of take out the upper here and just imagine the shoe on its own, I feel like it's a very sleek and slim looking shoe that looks good in my opinion. But then as you move on, you got this giant gold swoosh that is continuing on to the midsole there, surrounded by some black around, the toe for kind of mud guard there. And then you got this kind of back almost wings panel similar to like a Jordan 1 that comes up here is, detachable. The lace is just going, right through it, but otherwise it would kind of flap open. So maybe that's a look we'll see in the future, is some, of these KD13s without the flap tied in. But anyway, on the rest of the shoe, you got this crazy design with the chains, the chains being the biggest thing here, and all kinds of colors and patterns. And, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is something I was really on the fence about, but in person, I'm really not too big of a fan of this, but I really just wanted to check out the silhouette here. Onto the front view now. Again, on the very top of the toe, you can see the black outsole, white midsole, and kind of that black mudguard around the toe there. You got this black stitching splitting the two designs on the toe box, going all the way up to the laces and the tongue. So the laces here are black speckled with gold. You got this black tongue, and on the top of the tongue, you got Kevin Durant number 7. And the laces here, I also don't really know how to describe these in the best way, but they're, I guess, a little bit of a nicer lace than I would have expected. It's, again, going to be hard to see on camera, but just keep that in mind. And then on the actual top of the, aglets here, they're just gold, so nothing written on them, but, a small touch that's nice to see from Nike with a little bit, extra effort on there. On the medial side now, it's pretty similar to the lateral, except, we got the swoosh in a different place, and it's a little, different in terms of the design. Something else I forgot to mention on the toe box is a small Nike swoosh. And then as you move to the back here, you got the rest of this kind of wings panel on the side, and then this small kind of backwards Nike swoosh stitched on right there, also in gold, and then the same design with the bottom being a different kind of color and texture is black here. So mirrors kind of the front, but is just a little bit different. So again, you can see the lateral comparing to the medial. But again, the rest of the upper in terms of the design, you know, you got a butterfly here, you got the chains, a couple other butterflies, all wraps around. So that's what we're looking at for the medial side here. Now on to the back of the shoe. So nothing too crazy here. It's pretty simple. You got the small Nike swooshes that I pointed out on the lateral sides. You got the black into the white, into the black again, which goes into the side panels that I mentioned. And then as we move up, you got the upper pattern and then just KD written on the very back of the heel in black. So now I've turned on the flash and we got an overhead look at the shoe here to move inside the sneaker and take a better look at that. So as you can see, the inner lining is all black. The back of the tongue is black. And something else I wanted to point out is the tongue is actually a little flimsy and pretty thin when you actually take a look at it. So I thought that was worthwhile to mention, you know, as it is a performance basketball shoe. It seems like it would be comfortable, but it is just a little bit thinner than I originally thought. Then on the actual insole here, it's kind of this bright red, kind of pink, crimson color almost. And, you know, written inside there, you got Kevin Durant, Air Zoom #7, double stacked Air Zoom system, full length Air Zoom plus 4-foot Air Zoom. So, you know, a little bit of talks of the technology inside there. And finally, I do want to show you the size tag, which is going to be a little difficult to see. Nike likes to put these in strange places. So it's on the inner wall there, but you can see there's some of the numbers and information for you. And now next up is the outsole here on the KD13 Hype. So it's primarily a bunch of circles is kind of the general design that they've gone through. And up at the forefoot, you got, you know, this panel of green where it says Air Zoom and kind of some like oval design up there. And then up at the very top of the toe, kind of where your big toe would be, you got those ovals again. It's all black here except for those green kind of hits in the middle. And then in the very middle here, you got KD's signature with a Nike swoosh. And on the back for, I guess, some heel traction, you got some more of those ovals as well. But that's basically the general design here. So pretty interesting and definitely a bit different than other KDs in terms of the outsole. And now finally here, since we have wrapped up taking an in-depth look and an up-close look at the KD13, it's time to get these laced up and I'll show you what they look like on feet. So now there we have it. We've just taken a look at the Nike KD13 Hype on feet. So first things first, we got to get this said and out of the way. So I got this shoe because I wanted to check out the KD13 silhouette, and this colorway is just really bad. This is not a good colorway. I don't like how these looked on feet in terms of the colorway, and after checking them out up close, you know, it's just, there's too much going on here. I don't know why they decided to go with this as the first colorway to kind of drop of these. So we're going to exclude talking about the colorway. I want to talk a lot about the silhouette because I really, really like the silhouette and the fit and sizing and all that kind of stuff. So plenty to talk about, but just keep that in mind. I personally don't think this colorway looks very good at all. So we're keeping that out of the conversation. But in terms of the silhouette and the sizing, the fit and comfort, all that being said here, the KD13 I really, really like. I think this is a great shoe. I think it's a really nice upgrade from the KD12. I think it fits pretty similar also in that it fits a little small, so I would recommend going up a half size in these. A lot of Nike's performance basketball sneakers seem to fit a little bit small, so I recommend going up a half size. I think the style of it, I feel like it looks really, really good and reminds me of the Kyrie 6. Not so much in how it actually looks, but in terms of style. I think the Kyrie 6 is a really, really good looking sneaker that can be worn on the court for performance, but then also off the court, and I think this is another shoe that's going to do just that. This looks very, very good, and I think with some really interesting colorways, this could be a shoe that's worn off the court, no problem. It's also very comfortable. Your foot feels really locked in when you put it on, and I think it's great, all things aside from the colorway for this specific model. So KD13, I'm a big fan. I'm really excited to see more colorways of this shoe. But now, if we talk more about this colorway a little bit, I just want to give you guys my final rating on a scale out of 10, because that's what we always do here. And unfortunately for this colorway, I'm literally going to go like a 5 out of 10. I don't like this at all. Like I said, I bought it because I wanted to check it out. I wasn't completely, sold on the color, but then after seeing it in hand, it's just not that good. I more wanted to check out the silhouette, and the silhouette I'm very happy with. So that is definitely going to round out the video today. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Like I said earlier in the video, I am here just about every single day talking sneakers, showing new pickups, and talking all things, sneakers and streetwear. So if you guys enjoy that, you're in the right place. But thanks again. We're going to cut the video here. So leave me any comments down in the comments down below. You guys can chat with me on social media at the links in the description down below as well. But that's it for today. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys real soon on the next video.